All right, so this is week 8, day 1, and I'm going to do all of these. This is for 6th and 7th grade. They're both the exact same. The lessons are the same. The only thing that would be slightly different in the 7th grade unit is that your numbers might be decimals and fractions. But I'm going to make sure we know how to do this for surface area and volume for the same shape. And it's alright that we have no decimals or fractions in this section, mainly working on making sure we have use the right sides and measurements. Alright, so here we go. We have, I'm going to start my timer because sometimes I forget. Timer, stopwatch, reset, go. All right. Find the surface area and label this. So we're gonna just make sure we have this. We want by label, just remember area is equals units squared, and volume equals units cubed. So don't forget that. I know sometimes they're horrible about putting a unit up there, but so finding the surface area. So we have a triangle that has 1, 2, 3 sides, a 10, an 8, and a 6. So we're going to go 10, 8, and 6. Which there's something about these measurements for this one. If you were to simplify them, this is the same as the 5, 4, and 3 rule. So I'll talk about that maybe later. So then the length of this side is 9 meters. These are all meters. And then they said the height of the triangle. So if this is you're looking at the base times height. So on this one, oh my gosh, my eyes are totally playing a trick on me right now. So if you're looking at it this way, they show this side and they show this side. This is 8 and this is 6. So when you're looking at this and you're doing base times height for area, for your divided by 2, because we're going to have basically, we'd have a triangle on this side and a right triangle on this side for the top and the bottom. And they're saying that the base of that part where your right triangle would be 6. So for your triangle, we have 3 rectangles, which are your sides. So side 1, side 2, and side 3. And we're going to just write the equations. So we have a 6 by 9. We have an 8 by 9. And we have a 10 by 9. Now we would just multiply these out because these are rectangles. We don't do a half of anything. So we're just doing the surface area. We're not trying to do the volume yet. So 6 times 9 is 54, 8 times 9 is 72, and 10 times 9 is 90. Now we need to do the top and the bottom. And the top on this side, it wouldn't matter really which one because they're going to both be the same. You do base, so your base, which is the 6. Oh, I guess then that way, where you're looking at it that way, it wouldn't fold up. It'd be your base times your height. So 6 times 8. Now, on this one, because it's base times height divided by 2, because it's two of these would make this. You can just do this twice, or you could technically just do 6 times 8, which is 48, and then instead of halving 48 into 24, you could just leave it as 48. So now we would add up all of our totals for the total surface area. So surface area is just the total of all of the faces. So the surface area, 4 plus 2, or let's do this. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Carrier group of 10, 20, 40, 50, 100, 260. And then, because we want to double check, we would take our numbers and just double check and add them. So we have 54 plus 72 plus 90 plus 24 plus 24 equals 264. Now this is the part where I almost messed up. Meters squared. Okay, you have to make sure you do meters squared. Alright, so now we have the total surface area is 264 meters squared. Now we need to do the volume. Volume is base times height, oops, almost messed up, times width times length divided by 2 equals our volume. So, which is, in this case, going to be meters cubed. So, our base, so we're going to use the same one. Our base was 6, our height was 8, and our length was 9. And we're going to divide that by 2. So 6 times 8 is 48. 48. Sorry, times 9. 8 times 9 is 72. And 9 times 40 is 360. And that gets us to 432 divided by 2. So 432 divided by 2, 2. 2 goes into 3 once. Bring down your 32. Bring down your 2 for 12 and 6. 216. Your volume is 216 meters cubed. Alright, so that's week 8, day 1. And we'll do week 8, day 2. And then we'll pause the video and start back up again. So again, same thing with surface area. Surface area is the length, so we have side 1, side 2, and side 3, and we have top and bottom, which will be the same measurement. And surface area, we're going to look at our rectangles first. And I am going to draw them out like this, and then just put the triangles this way. I guess if you really wanted to, you can make the triangles the way they look, which means, you know, like this. But anyway, so the length is 12. And then our height right here is 4 for that. And then we have a length of 5, a length of 5 on this side, and then the base is 6, because that's where the right angle comes off of. So if we're going to do these right here, we're going to have one 5 by 12, so 5 by 12, and these are called this right here, your 5 by 12 rectangle, because this is an isosceles triangle, which means it has two sides the similar length, you're going to have two of them that actually have the same equation. So then on this one we have a 5 by 12 as well. Now the bottom's different. It is a 6 by 12. And the length should be the same for all of yours. Now we need to do the top and the bottom triangles. So it's base times height, so 6 times 4 divided by 2. And again, if you really wanted to, you could just do 6 times 4 because you know you're going to repeat that. But we'll just go through the steps. And then because this triangle is congruent with this triangle on this other side, we'll go ahead and add that as well. And then we'll work out our math for the surface area of this one. Okay, 5 times 12 is 60. Again, this makes that kind of easy. We have another 60. Watch your handwriting. I know I gotta be careful with mine, otherwise I can't read it. So 6 times 4 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. Again, 6 times 4 is 24, divided by 2 is 12. Now I'm going to add up my ones column, so I have a total of 6, 2, 4, 6. And now I'm going to add up my tens column. So 6 and 6 is 12. Then we have these ones down here, 13, 14. And 14 plus 7 is 21. And don't forget to use the appropriate units. 216 inches squared, because we're talking about area. Now we got to try to find the volume. Volume in these, again, way easier. Base times height times length divided by 2. Base is right here, 6. Height is where you see that this showing you a right angle, so 4. Our length, which is 12, and we're going to do half of it because it's a triangle, not a rectangular prism. So 6 times 4 is 24, and times it by 12. 24 times 2 is 48, and 10 times 24 is 240. Sorry, I spaced out for a second. So, I can check my work again. On my calculator. 6 times 4 times 12 equals 288. And now sorry about that. So I have 288, and now I have my last part, and don't forget this. Now I have to divide it by 2. Half of 200 is 100, and half of 88 is 44, so 144 inches cubed, which is the same as we're talking about units cubed. Circle my answers, and I'm done.